my name is Green. I am 23 years old and I study IBP at my second year.
My name is Jesper. I am 29 years old and I'm running for the board of directors to be one of 2 student representatives.
I'm running for the board of directors at this year's university election because I think it's super important that we as students are heard when the decisions in the board are being made.
So you're running for the board of directors, but to be honest, I don't actually know what it is. So can you tell me and everyone else at CBS who doesn't know?
So the board of directors is the highest authority at CBS. They're the one who decides the long-term strategy for CBS. They're the ones who makes the budget and stuff like that. So it's really an important part of CBS life. The board consists of 11 members, 6 external members from the industry, 2 professors, 1 administrative personnel, and 2 students. So as there are only 2 students, it is super important that those students are here to represent all of us. Because for instance, the people from the industry are super good at running a business. They're super good at seeing from the outside how CBS can improve and how we can do things in different ways. But I feel like, for instance, when we're building a new campus, it is super important that there are some students who shout out and say, hey, it's not just about auditoriums. It's not just about putting in a lot of people so we can get more money. It's also about creating a life for our students here. And we are the experts. We are the ones who know what's going on here. So it's super important that the 2 students who are elected will sort of represent everyone here.
The board of directors is the highest organ or the highest body within the CBS decision frame. It has student representatives in it, it has staff representatives, and then a number of people from business life who actually run businesses or have high jobs otherwise. It's where all the major long-term decisions are made. So the board of directors makes strategic decisions, they decide on the budget, and they basically set the direction that they want CBS to go.
So why do you think that you are the best student representative?
I feel like I'm the best student representative because I've been very engaged with CBS since I started here. I'm really interested in creating a better CBS because I love being here. And I feel like I know a lot of different people here, so I kind of know both the student who has a job, who really wants a flexible schedule, and those students who are super engaged and really want sort of really good conditions for student-driven activities and extracurriculars. And I also know the students who are having a really hard time here, just keeping up with the level, maybe because there are not enough lecturers, because they don't get enough feedback. I feel like I know all those students, so I feel like I can represent. And also because I'm just super motivated, and I'm really dedicated, and I want to do this so badly, so I really feel like that could be my contribution to the board.
I'm running for 2 reasons. One of them is all about me. I think it's fun to be where things happen, where decisions are made. The other one is I have experience from business life. I've worked in big companies. I run my own company now, so I think I would be a good representative.
First and foremost, I think it's super important that we take this whole question of taking in more students up, that we sort of realize that if we want to take in more students, as CBS wants, because they get pressure from the government to do that as well, then it's really important that we also change the sort of surroundings here. So for instance, we need new campus facilities, we need more space, but also we need to rethink the whole system if we want to take in more students. For instance, auditoriums, like you're mentioning. It is different to sit in a classroom with 40 students, and it's different to sit in a classroom with 300 students. So it's just super important that we keep in mind taking in more students is not just a matter of creating more space, because that's doable, and that's kind of easy, an easy solution to just get more space, but it's also important to think, is that really what we want to do? Is that really the kind of education we want to give? Because the standard needs to follow.
I mean, it's an obvious need. Look at us now, we're sitting in an auditorium because there is no group room, there's no study room to go to. I'm already part of 2 working groups representing CBS students, every student basically. One of them concerns the previous Hamlet building, which is kind of near to Solbjerg Plads, and CBS will take that over from summer 2014. A different working group deals with the future expansion to campus that will be built on the Solbjerg Plads premises. And I mean, it's an interesting task to be part of, and it's also a really important topic. So basically, I just want to make sure that that's brought all the way up to the board level, so that everyone, whenever they make a decision, they'll factor that in. Look, your spreadsheets may say one thing, we'll need this many auditorium spaces, this many rooms for offices for professors and whatever, yes. We also need seats, just chairs and tables where students can sit and actually do their work when they're not at lectures. So I think part of it is also going to be just kind of knocking everyone on the head at the board level and say, look, you need to think about this every time. We don't have enough now, especially with the new building that's going to happen. It just needs to be there from the start.
One of the main initiatives that you want to drive at CBS is furthering the international environment at our school, both through better integrating international students, but also making it easier for students who actually go here full time to go on exchange. Why do you think this is important, and how do you want to drive this?
In general, the way I see it, CBS is a business university. I mean, it's how the school brands itself, it's how I think people everywhere see us. So we should be best practice as well. As far as Danes going, or students from here going on exchange goes, they shouldn't be stuck down in administration. I mean, if you want to go on exchange, you don't want to be thinking about which form do I fill in, who do I talk to, when is my deadline for this. You want to be thinking, which country do I go to, what school do I go to, which programs do I study. I think it's important to just kind of streamline that administration. Of course, administration needs to happen, it always does, we're in the public system. But it needs to be efficient and it needs to be as little as possible. As far as international students, we have them here. I mean, a lot of people come to CBS, which I think for the school is a great compliment. But we need to make sure that people who come here from abroad, they learn something about Denmark. That's also got to be part of the purpose for coming here. We also need to make sure that the school and that all students here learn from them. I mean, why would we have thousands of people coming in from abroad if they just speak to themselves and they don't really meet Danish people? If professors don't ask them what is it like in China, in Vietnam, in South Africa, wherever you're from. I mean, we have people here who know so much. They come from different backgrounds. We need to use that for their sake and for the school.
CBS students are super engaged. They all have jobs. Plenty of people come from abroad. Everyone needs to plan their lives. And like right now, I can't go onto eCampus and see my schedule for February. I don't know my exams for the next semester. And I just think it seems kind of unnecessary, because why can it not be planned that well in advance? I really want to change that. And then I also think in general, the administration here, I have experienced a lot, and I know a lot of my co-students have as well. You go around to 5 different offices to get answers to your questions. I just feel like that should be improved, so there are much clearer rules and regulations for us CBS students. And there is the flexibility, and we know that it's there, because right now, for instance, if you want to postpone your bachelor, if you want to postpone your master, the rules and regulations are so blurry and it's really hard to get your answers. So I want all that to be straight, so it's just a lot easier for us to